I've been working up apples today. You can see this pile that I have over here. I'm laughing because Matt just skipped by the door like a little schoolgirl. Anyway, I've been working on the apples. They were grown by Farmer Tim down the road. They're really tasty. I'm not sure if they're Fuji apples or Gala. They're grown though. He has the trees. I can't remember, but it seems like they're one of those. There may be something different though. Anyway, I'm using my apple peeler. Makes it really, really easy. And I've been it slices them as you go. So I've got a whole big bowl here. I'm going to go out. I've got my dehydrator on the porch, so I've been drying them. That's what I was doing with them. I am saving all my peelings and stuff. I'm saving them, and I will get juice. I'll make apple juice out of those and get juice, and I will either drink it or I will make jelly out of it later in the winter. I won't do that today. But I'm going to interrupt what I'm doing and go out and join Matt. That's why he was out there skipping. He's going to make some tomato pickles today, hot tomato pickles. And he'll tell you, it's a very easy recipe, tell you more about it as when we start the process. It is one of those recipes that I guess is considered, I just learned last year, rebel canning. But there is a way around it for anybody that doesn't want to do it the way that we're going to do it today, which is how Papaw Tony has always done it. But you can follow all the steps up until the point that we would just set them on the shelf until we need them in the pantry, and then just put them in the refrigerator and eat them that way. Eat them when you just make it's an easy recipe to just make 1 or 2 jars, see if you like them or not. And then, you don't have to worry about whether or not they're safe to be put on your shelf like we're going to do. Also, you could go ahead and water bath them. You could get to that point, and then you could water bath them for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes or something like that, and that might make you, if you were worried about that, might make you feel better. But I'm going to go out and join Matt and see if we can find some green tomatoes so he can make his hot pickles. Our tomato plants are dying back because it's September. Can you believe that? And then also the terribly dry weather we've had. Well, how many did you end up with?
I don't know, a dozen or so.
Enough for a few jars?
Yeah, 2, 3, 4 jars maybe. And that'll probably do us because ain't nobody eat it but me and you.
Me and
you may not even eat it.
I won't eat them if they're hot.
Well, that'll probably do it for me then. I'll have plenty for the whole winter. And y'all can sit there jealously while I eat them.
I'm going to be Matt's sous chef. I've got the gloves on so I can cut up the peppers. We were looking for cayenne peppers, but we didn't find any. I went to the produce stand and went to the grocery store and didn't find any. So we have jalapenos, and we have, what did I say these were? Anaheim.
Yeah, Anaheim peppers.
And Matt's already tasted them and says they're not all that hot, so they're probably not as hot as
a little bite, but it ain't hot.
Yeah, so how do you want me to cut them?
Just cut them in half along while he's going to leave the seeds in.
Okay, get rid of the tops.
Yeah, get rid of the tops.
Okay, I can do that.
And just leave the seeds and everything in them.
Okay.
And I'll cut the tomatoes. I guess we just quarter those.
Yeah. Ooh, we better move our vinegar. We're going to spill it. Need a little bowl to lay the pepper on. You want me to mostly do the jalapenos, or you want me to do some of the...
Both. Just half and half, or whatever. How many you got there? You got more of the other, or one or the other?
More of jalapenos, probably. I'll just do a mixture. It'll be pretty jars that way.
It will.
Our jalapenos didn't do very well, but that is one of them, although it's turned red, but I brought it in. Matt was getting the tomatoes. I thought, what's that red pepper over there? There's one little teeny jalapeno that's turned red for whatever reason. I guess eventually they would turn if you left them. Okay. You want to, I guess, give you a jar and show how to... start putting peppers or?
There's kind of, there you go.
How many? One more? Whoops, I dropped that one. That'll be okay. More?
That'll probably do it for that jar, don't you think? Something like so.
Want another pepper or what do you
Yeah,
think?
put no more pepper in there, that'd be good.
Okay, that's the first step. So again, this is not FDA approved method of doing things, but you could do all these steps and then, or you wouldn't even have to do this next step that we're going to do, but then once you fill it with the liquid, then you could just water bath it for 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm going to put this one over here though, and then we're going to continue filling them.
Run out of jars already.
Yeah, I'm going to have to wash some more jars. We've already filled up all our jars. I'll have to wash some more here. Peppers do smell good, even though I don't like the hotness of them. Visit. We're gonna have to run and get another tomato. Finish one more
If you
jar.
want to do that other jar with it.
Okay, Matt's gonna run and get one more tomato,
Maybe two.
maybe two. Now this one's got a bad place in it. Almost had just exactly enough peppers. That's great. I'll add some little pieces where I cut off the tops. Just to make it pretty. This last jar, since it didn't have many reds in it. I should cut up this sliced pepper and put it in there too. This will just be one with a lot of pepper.
Shoot,
I'll probably go back and stick it in some of those others too though.
Well,
It's going to be all pieces.
I'm trying to get the stem out of it and I ain't doing no good.
That's got it. Okay, for the next step, put this here. So we got all the jars loaded, and then what do we do next?
Next thing we do is put the jars in the oven at 220 degrees for 20 minutes.
Okay, so while we've already got the oven up to heat, so he's gonna put them in there, and then we'll clean up our mess, and then we'll show you what to do next at the end of that 20 minutes.
Alright, so now what we're going to do is heat some apple cider vinegar and water. 2/3 vinegar to 1/3 water. I'm just putting a third again of that same amount of water, just eyeballing it, anything we measured, and bring that to a boil. And then when the jars come out, we will put that liquid in the jars and put the lids on and seal it up.
Working on the last jar.
Who's going?
Okay, ready. That'll be good. So they look beautiful. Matt ended up with, what is that, 9 jars?
Yeah.
So got them all tucked in here and covered up with some towels and some beautiful cannon mats that folks sent me. Thank you for those. Matt's very excited about these.
Oh yeah. I talk every year about making these, and we never make them.
Matt used to help his daddy make them,
Yeah.
but he's not made them. And the reason being because none of us like hot stuff except Matt.
And I don't want it super hot, but I like it with a little bite in it, and I think that's what that'll be. Those will be good.
So what the method we used really was the open kettle method of canning. And again, experts tell you don't do that. So, but everything's hot. The stuff that you're, preserving is hot. Your jars are hot. And then as it cools off, it seals. That's the open kettle. Now, I use that a lot, like with my jellies and some pickles and different things like that. But I usually keep my jars hot, like in a thing of water. Papaw Tony really likes to use the oven. He uses the oven for other things. Again, experts is going to tell you not to do that, so you just have to figure out what works best for you. I've even heard of some people using their dishwasher.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Anyway, but if you wanted to do this and you wanted to do it more, I guess as the FDA would recommend you to do them, I would pack the jars, put the liquid in there, the brine, and then water bath it for say 15 minutes, something like that. Mm-hmm. And that should be fine. And then check your jars and make sure they've sealed. And we'll check ours and make sure they've sealed too before we put them in the basement for Matt to enjoy.
Mm-hmm. And if we have one don't seal, we put it in the refrigerator and just start eating on it.
Do you know where Papaw Tony learned how to do this recipe?
I asked him about it. He didn't really learn it anywhere. I think he ate these somewhere maybe, and then just started trying to make them and just came up with this on his own. And he's always done it this way. It's real simple, Just get everything hot and put your stuff in there and put the brine on and seal it up. And I've eaten them this way all my life long.
And the vinegar is a natural preservative.
Right.
I mean, it does preserve things. Not natural, it doesn't just occur out there somewhere. Mm-hmm. But it is a preservative, in other words, so it helps preserve it. I guess what was your favorite way to eat this?
Probably with pinto beans and cornbread. Usually is the way I like to eat it the most. I don't recall if I've ever eaten it with anything else. We always just kind of reserve this just for that meal.
I think I've seen you eat it with deer meat before. And didn't Papaw Tony use this to make deer meat? Like lay this on top of the deer?
Long time ago when I was little, I think he used to cook like a ham or a shoulder or something in the oven. And I think he would use this and the juice off of it too, because it had that hot pepper in it and the flavor. And I think he used these, but that's a long time ago.
he typically would use cayennes, right? The big
Yeah,
long
and so would
stick.
I, but
We couldn't find
we
them.
didn't have
Couldn't
any.
find them. We've been growing them, but we didn't grow any this year. We
Mm-hmm.
tried. We failed at growing them. Yeah, failed to even get the plants to where they were able to be planted.
Right.
But maybe next year we can grow some more. And we've always got the green tomatoes, and then Matt can make him some with the cayennes.
Mhm.
But hopefully these will be tasty too.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get a summons to bring a certain amount of these jars to deer camp this fall.
I'm sure you will.
But that'll be all right,
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
because there ain't nobody here to eat them but me.
Too spicy for the rest of us. Austin might eat it. He might
He
let
might.
him have a jar. He might
Yeah,
like
I'll
them.
let
He
him
likes
have
spicier things, so he might. Well, we hope you enjoyed seeing how to make Matt's favorite hot tomato pickles, and we're always glad when you stop by to help us celebrate Appalachia.